صلى الله عليه وسلم إلا وعملت به. Imam Ahmad used to say that I never heard a hadith from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم or any hadith authentic that came to me from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم unless I put it in practice. Unless I put that hadith in practice. وكانوا أيضا يستعينون على طلب العلم بالصوم. They used sometimes to fast when they were seeking the knowledge. وكانوا كما يقول وكيع إذا أردت أن تحفظ الحديث فاعمل به. Waqi' used to say, if you want to memorize a hadith, just implement it. Just implement it and you will have it. وقد سئل سفيان الثوري رحمه الله طلب العلم أحب إليك أم العمل؟ ما الذي أحب إليك؟ ما شاء الله يعني الشيخ ما شاء الله the another a lot of places. Alhamdulillah. You are generous ما شاء الله. جزاكم الله خير. So سفيان الثوري رحمه الله قيل له طلب العلم أحب إليك أم العمل؟ فقال إنما يراد العلم للعمل فلا تدع طلب العلم للعمل ولا تدع العمل لطلب العلم. Sufyan al-Thawri was asked, what is more beloved to you, seeking knowledge or doing good deeds? He said, knowledge is sought for the deeds. So do not leave seeking knowledge for deeds and do not leave deeds for the sake of seeking knowledge. Is that clear? There is no contradiction. Every time you learn more, every time you will practice more. ولذلك لابد لنا من التدرج وسأترك الحديث في هذا الموضوع لعل أخي الشيخ خليل يغطي جانبا منه وإلا سآتي عليه من خلال الأسئلة والأجوبة. So the way seeking knowledge is step by step. This is the way how to seek the knowledge. I will not cover it. I will leave it. Maybe Sheikh Khalil in his lecture he will cover it. Otherwise, I will inshallah if some question comes, I will answer it and say how we should seek knowledge. Let us go directly to the manners of طالب العلم. First of all, we have different types of manner. عندنا أنواع مختلفة من الأدب لطالب العلم مع نفسه وطالب العلم مع شيخه وطالب العلم مع درسه وطالب العلم مع زملائه. We have different types of manners. The first type is the manners, the seeker of knowledge, his manners with himself, with his mashayikh, with the knowledge itself, with his companionship, those who study with him. Without having these manners, you will see the knowledge will never be beneficial. So focus in these manners. Number one, التخلية قبل التحلية. انظر إلى قلبك. كيف هو حال التوحيد؟ كيف حال الإيمان بالله؟ كيف التوكل عليه؟ كيف الخوف منه؟ كيف الرجاء له؟ كيف الخشية؟ كيف الإنابة؟ انظر إلى قلبك. هل فيه من الحسد؟ هل فيه من الغل؟ هل فيه من الحقد على المسلمين؟ هذا القلب كالأرض كلما كانت صالحة محروثة نظيفة منقاة كانت أدعى لاستقبال البذور وذلك مثال القلب كلما كان سليما كلما كان أدعى لأخذ هذا العلم والانتفاع به. The first manner, it's cleansing before adorning. What I mean by this, that your heart, look at your heart. How is the tawheed in your heart? How is the iman in your heart? How is the hope in Allah Azza wa Jal? How is the fear? How is the repentance? How is at-tawakkul? How is al-mahabba in your heart to Allah Azza wa Jal? Then after that, look about some qualities that Allah Azza wa Jal dislikes. Look at envy. Look at hatred. Look at enmity or animosity for believers. Every time your heart is more clean, then it will receive more knowledge and will get benefit of it. This is the first man. التخلية قبل التحلية. It's cleansing before adorning. We understand the cleansing what? Every and each quality that Allah Azza wa Jal dislikes. And adorning with what? Every and each quality that Allah loves. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. الثانية إحسان القصد وصلاح النية. ولذلك لا ينبغي أن تطلب من هذا العلم أي غاية، منزلة دنيوية، منصب أو شرف أو غير ذلك، تبتغي وجه الله. So the second, you have to correct your niyyah. You have to have ikhlas. You are seeking knowledge, first of all, because Allah ordered us to seek knowledge, to waive ignorance from our life, to help others to waive ignorance from their life, to defend the doubt regarding our religion, to spread the knowledge, to help people in giving them guidance. Don't ever look that seeking knowledge, being a scholar, to have a position, to have a good salary, to be an imam, whatever. If your dunya goal, if your goal is dunya goal, then your action, there is a great risk that all of this action will be nullified. So, إحسان القصد والنية. الزهادة في فضول العيش وعدم التشوف إلى لعاعة الدنيا التي يتعلق بها الناس أو كثير من المخدوعين. لا بد لطالب العلم أن يقنع بما تيسر من الغذاء والكساء ويجمع قلبه على طلب العلم ويتخذه سبيلا إلى الآخرة. Third, zuhd from the best of this life and to look forward to a worldly gain, to the point that the person convinces himself of the sufficiency of what has of food and clothes. He focuses his heart on seeking knowledge. So don't look what people have around you as a student of knowledge. Be convinced in what Allah Azza wa Jalla provides you and collect your heart in seeking knowledge. قال الإمام الشافعي لا ينال أحد هذا العلم بالمال وعز النفس فيفلح. يعني حتى لو حصلت العلم بالمال وعز النفس لن تفلح، ولكن من طلبه بذل النفس وضيق العيش وخدمة العلماء أفلح. Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah said, no one will gain this knowledge, or said anyone who gain this knowledge by money and pride will never be successful. And whosoever seeks knowledge with living heart, like some restricts the living condition and serve the scholar, will be successful. So you should not seek knowledge by money or even by pride. The fourth, الإقلال من الطعام والمنام والشراب. أهل العلم لا يملؤون البطون. لا تطلعوا على المشايخ متهمون، أنا أعرف بكثرة الأكل، لكن ليس هذا صحيحا. قد يحدث لكن ليس هذا صحيح، يعني ليس هذا ديد المشايخ. So the fourth, eating and sleeping less. People look at the mashayikh, that the mashayikh, mashallah, yani they eat a lot, mashallah, and yani people accuse them, mashallah. In general, maybe this happened, yes, but in general, you will not see the mashayikh, the scholars, eating a lot, even though it's halal to eat, of course. But you will see what is the reason behind that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam قال: ما ملأ ابن آدم وعاء شرا من بطنه بحسب ابن آدم لقيمات يقمن صلبه فإن كان ما لا محالة فثلث لطعامه وثلث لشرابه وثلث لنفسه. والحديث عند أحمد والترمذي. So as I said, eating and sleeping less. None of the people of virtue were described as heavy eaters or sleepers even. And that is why some of the scholars of hadith, they wrote a chapter titled in their book with the chapter of disliking to eat a lot. And the hadith of Rasulullah that was narrated by Ahmad at-Tirmidhi, the son of Adam did not fill a container worse than his stomach. It suffices the son of Adam some bites to hold himself if there was a need, a third for food, a third for drinking, and a third for breathing. ولله در القحطاني في نونيته لما قال لا تحش بطنك بالطعام تسمنا فجسوم أهل العلم غير سمان أقلل طعامك ما استطعت فإنه نفع الجسوم وصحة الأبدان واملك هواك بضبط بطنك إنما شر الرجال العاجز البطنان. الأمر الرابع تحري الورع في الأمور كلها، طعام والشراب. الخامس تحري الورع في الطعام والشراب والملبس والمسكن، وبهذا يستنير القلب ويصبح أهلا لقبول العلم والانتفاع به. The fifth point, adhering to piety and withholding matters of food, drink, clothes, and place of residence. This will enlighten the heart and will become capable of accepting and benefiting from knowledge. السادس حسن اختيار الرفقة الذين إذا نسي ذكروه وإذا ذكر أعانوه وإذا احتاج واسوه وإذا ضجر صبروه. وإن من نعمة الله كما قال الأوزاعي، قال إن من نعمة الله على الحدث المسلم، الحدث الشاب والأعجمي، أن يوفق لصاحب سنة. So the sixth point, choosing good companionship. Those who, when you forgot, they remind you. If you remind them, they will assist you. If you need something, then they will support you. If he gets angry, then they will help you. And from the benefit, as Imam Awza'i said, upon the youth, the young man or sister, especially the youth who engage a lot with the mashayikh, from the ni'am, the blessing of a youth person, and the non-Arabic speaker, if Allah give them tawfiq, to have the companionship of a man who stick to the sunnah. With a man who stick to the sunnah. الأمر السابع التوقر والإقلال من اللغو والمزاح وكثرة الضحك. Be dignified and listen. Useless talk, joking, lots of laughing or laughter and the like. I will just mention the point. تجنب التسويف وطول الأمل والمبادرة إلى طلب العلم في مستهل شبابه. اغتنم 5 قبل 5 شبابك، اغتنم شبابك قبل هرمك. So take benefit from using, don't rely in long haul. That is still, I can learn later on. Don't rely on that. This is one of the traps of the shaitan in general. So try to seek knowledge in your youth age. Try to sit down, come, and be patient. Because you have to get advantage and take benefit from 5 before 5, as the Prophet ﷺ said from the hadith of Ibn Abbas, your life before death, your health before your illness, your spare time before you get busy, your youth before your old age, and your wealth before times of poverty. هذه بعض الآداب. وأختم بآداب طالب العلم مع شيخه. طبعا عندنا آداب كثيرة لكن ذكرت بعضها حتى لا أطيل عليكم. مع الشيخ لابد لك أن تتخير أصحاب الديانة والصيانة من الشيوخ، فإنه من سبر أحوال السلف والخلف أدرك أن النفع لا يحصل غالبا إلا إذا كان للشيخ نصيب وافر من التقوى وحسن الصلة بالله عز وجل. So the first manner with the sheikhs, with the mashayikh in general, seek the scholars of righteousness. Whoever examines the way of the Salaf, and later a scholar will notice that benefit does not take place except if the sheikh has a share of taqwa, piety, and good connection with Allah the Exalted. So look at yourself. Sometimes we are good in taking the answer that we want to take and that we want to listen. Even though if we know a sheikh that his deen is not that strong, but because we want that fatwa, so I will not ask this sheikh because I know his answer. So I will go by a long way to that sheikh because I know that I will take that answer. This is not how we should seek the fatwa. The second thing, إجلال الشيوخ وتقديرهم وعدم التقدم بين أيديهم. The second manner, honoring the scholars, the mashayikh, respecting and never crossing them, never advancing even in opinion. If somebody asks them something, don't jump and reply or answer that question. Because subhanallah, this matter of the deen, when you have a doctor, when you go for, because you are suffering, you sit down, quiet, kind, cool, nice, in front of the doctor. Whatever the doctor said, yes, 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 doctor, yes, doctor. Then $100 and you're happy. But if you are in a gathering in a majlis and somebody asks the sheikh a question, maybe 10, 20% will give the answer. This is not from the manners with the mashayikh. Even though you know the answer, you should not advance. The third, ملازمة الشيوخ للاستفادة من هديهم وسمتهم، فإن من فقه الرجل ممشاه ومدخله ومخرجه مع أهل العلم. The third, adhering to the scholars to benefit from their guidance. Among the wisdom of a man is to walk, enter, and leave a place while following the people of knowledge. التأدب الرابع في الجلوس بين يدي شيخه وحسن الإصغاء وألا يتشاغل عن ذلك بشيء. Be mindful when sitting at a gathering with the sheikh. Listen well and to not be distracted. Not to be distracted. الخامس الصبر على ما قد يصدر عن شيخه من جفوة وشدة في بعض الأحيان والتماس العذر له. Be patient regarding what might come from the sheikh, whether he was harsh at some times, and find an excuse for the sheikh. This is from the manners. التلطف في السؤال عما أشكل عليه، فإنما شفاء العليل السؤال وأدب السائل من أنجع الوسائل، فإن سكت شيخه عن الجواب لم يلحف أو يحلف ولا يلح عليه في المسألة، وإن أخطأ الشيخ تلطف في المراجعة. From the manners with the shuyukh, being kind when asked a question. Verily the cure of ignorance is asking. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. The manners of the questioner includes being mindful of hints. If the scholar refrains from an answer, do not insist that the scholar answering. And if there was a mistake, to be kind when advising the sheikh. This is from the manners with al-mashayikh. أما بالنسبة لطالب العلم مع درسه فالأدب الأول التبكير بسماع العلم والمسارعة إليه وملازمة المشايخ. The first adab regarding the manners of the seeker of knowledge with his students, with the same lecture, knowing that we have a lecture like this conference, is to come early. To come early. And you know what I'm saying? The third time. To come early. And you know that we have a problem now, right? Because you are not coming early. So to come early, to take your seat, the first row, in the front of the Sheikh directly. This is the way how the students of knowledge used to sit down. In some majalis, 2-3 hours, the student of knowledge go early, 2-3 hours, to sit down in front of the Sheikh, to look at him, to listen to him, to take it from him, because being with the Mashaykh, it's not, as I said, the knowledge itself, it's the samt, the hadi, the manners that we are looking for. And this is the most important thing, inshallah ta'ala. Then after that, it's okay to what we call muraja'atul ilm, mudarasatul ilm, من أعظم الآداب. لأنه لو لم تدارس العلم ماذا يحدث له؟ يتفلت ولا لا يتفلت؟ يتفلت. So revising, we can say revising the ilm, muraja, revising the knowledge that you are taking. Because if you just here sit down and maybe you take some notes, but you leave that notes in the shelf. So what happened to the knowledge? Do you remember it? Is there any way to remember that knowledge? This is why the Sahaba, once the gathering with Rasulullah finished, they sit down with each other. They start narrating the ahadith to each other. Because narrating the knowledge, revising the knowledge, will make it firm in your heart and in your mind. أكتفي بهذا القدر. As I said, I will stop here, giving Sheikh Khalil inshallah the chance to finish this mini conference, and later on about the etiquettes of learning or how to seek knowledge. Inshallah ta'ala, if there is any question, then I will get in previous or just little talk, I will cover it inshallah in a way that if you are really if you want really to be among the student of knowledge, just stick to it and you will be a student of knowledge by the mercy and the will of Allah. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Jazakumullah khairan, Sheikh Mahmoud, for this beautiful. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. So the Sheikh is suggesting that we take like 5 minutes break and then we'll continue with Sheikh Khalil, inshallah.
But conditional. I suggested the break, but with condition. I will start in the door there. Nobody will leave. Because I know you guys. Okay? Take 5 minutes if you want. Take deep breath.